Hello there, my name is Ian and I'm going to talk to you about the 2 C's of relationship. Firstly, I'm going to talk about compromise. Basically, my view is that a lot of people will say important thing about relationship is compromise, and you've got to compromise in order to have a successful relationship. I don't kind of think that that's the case. Basically, if you're compromising, what you're doing is you're not being yourself. You're not being true to you and who you are and what makes you happy. It means that you're doing just that. You're making compromises on who you are. You're changing for that partner of yours. And look at it one way, that I think a relationship can be a bit like some scales, and what you've got is the moment you start making a compromise, there's an expectation that the other person has to make a compromise. And well, is that person's compromise the same level as the compromise that I've made? Is it more? Is it less? Or maybe they've not made a compromise at all. Maybe I'm the one who makes all the compromises all the time. How is that going to make you feel when you're in that situation? Eventually, you're going to start to resent that, and you're going to start to feel that, this relationship's a bit one-sided and it's not fair. So I don't believe compromise in a relationship is very good. I think before I come on to the other C, I think what's important in a relationship is to be yourself, to be true to yourself, to have that happiness yourself, not be reliant on anybody. So, ideally, you want to enter into a relationship when you've got that happiness. You're at one with yourself. You do your own things. You know how to make yourself feel good. You know how to have a good time, enjoy yourself, have fun, be it sports, be it drinking, be it whatever it is that you might decide that you want to do. You know what it is that you do that makes you happy. And equally then, you're not reliant on anybody else to make you happy. And that's a big mistake that people make in relationships, is looking to that other person to make them happy. And no, what that other person has to do is that other person has to accept you for who you are. Each of you in a relationship have to accept you for who you are, and that's the person that you are. And if you go out every Friday night and get drunk, and that's what makes you happy, then why should they expect you to change that for them? Because yes, eventually you will resent them for it. So learn to find your true happiness yourself. It's something that I had to wait a long time to do in terms of spending time on my own. I've been in a relationship on and off for some 30 odd years, and then when all of a sudden you're on your own, it's, oh my God, because you're so reliant on other people making you happy, all of a sudden it's down to you. And the initial reaction, the initial thing that you do is you look for other people to make you happy. You look for another person to make you happy. But that's not the answer. What the answer is finding things that make you happy, finding things that make you satisfied. Be it even maybe work, be it sport, entertainment, writing, doing stupid YouTube videos, whatever it might be. That's what you got to do. You got to find that and be that. And hopefully, when you enter into a relationship, if you're both at one with each other, at one with yourselves, then you can be at one with each other. Which kind of leads me on to the next C, the second C that I was telling you about. I told you about the ills of compromise. Well, I think the healer And the key to a successful relationship is the other C, which is communication. And quite frankly, really, if there should be no need to compromise in a relationship if you can actually sit down with the person that you're with and you can talk to them openly and honestly about your feelings, about issues that you may have, what's really bothering you, what's really getting to you. Talk to your partner about that. That's what you need to be able to do in a relationship. It's that communication. And if it begin with a C, it would be another C, but it's not. It begins with a K. King. Communication is king. That's what it's all about. So you shouldn't have to make compromise. Talk to your partner, but don't just talk to them. They need to be able to listen. You both need to be able to listen and to be able to hear what each other are saying and come up with solutions and try and understand that, yeah, what makes you happy is X, Y, and Z. So kind of really, if ABC makes them happy, then they should be allowed to get on and do ABC. So have it that you want to make your partner happy, not that you feel forced to make your partner happy through compromise. Then the art of giving love and that in a relationship, it was so much more true. It's so much more true situation when you're giving that love not out of not out of compromise, but out of just that's what makes you happy, is giving to another person. And rather than just feeling that you're having to compromise. So communication, that, as I see it, is the key. That's where you need to be. Is you need to be constantly working on that effective communication in a relationship and being able to talk. And it doesn't matter whether you've had a bad day or a good day or whatever it is. You need to be able to make time when necessary to be able to communicate. And communication is about listening. It's about hearing, and it's about taking it in and doing something. So that's all I've got for today. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.